Royal romance alert. Is Princess Leonor meeting Christian behind the palace walls? It began quietly, too quietly for anyone to notice. Two royal heirs, two different countries, two destinies written in gold. Princess Leonor of Spain and Crown Prince Christian of Denmark, heirs to two thrones, separated by duty, yet now whispered to be closer than anyone imagined. Behind the palace walls, hidden from flashing cameras and public eyes, are the young royals meeting in secret. It sounds impossible, but in the world of royalty, what's impossible often hides behind perfect smiles and official statements. This is the story that has shaken royal insiders, the alleged private meetings, secret exchanges, and growing connection between Spain's future queen and Denmark's future king. Sources close to both palaces claim that Leonor and Christian's friendship began long before the public ever noticed. During shared European royal gatherings, those grand, formal occasions where young heirs sit side by side, something subtle began to form. It wasn't romance at first, they say, but an instant understanding. The kind of silent bond that only those born into royal expectation can truly share. In those moments, between ceremonies and state dinners, between rehearsed speeches and photo ops, they began to talk. About the weight of their titles. About wanting normal lives. About love, freedom, and what it means to grow up in a world that watches your every move. And from that quiet beginning, something new began to bloom. But now, rumors swirl that their connection hasn't stopped at formal events. Anonymous sources within European royal circles have begun whispering, suggesting that Leonor and Christian may have met privately away from the cameras. And the question everyone is asking, are they meeting behind the palace walls? Let's go back to the beginning. Leonor, the crown princess of Spain, educated, elegant, trained for diplomacy since childhood. Christian, the charming Danish prince, known for his modern approach and quiet charisma. Both are at a turning point in their royal training. Both stepping into adult roles. And both, coincidentally, spending more time in overlapping circles than ever before. After Leonor's return from her military training, royal watchers noticed subtle signs. Extended visits abroad, unannounced private engagements, quiet weekends where her official schedule went mysteriously blank. At the same time, Christian was reported missing from a few expected Danish royal events, explained away as personal time. Coincidence? Or coordinated? According to one Spanish journalist close to palace correspondence, a trusted source revealed that Leonor has made several discreet visits under diplomatic pretexts, visits that, conveniently, placed her in proximity to Christian. Denmark, Belgium, the Netherlands. All quiet, official, perfectly explainable on paper, yet curiously aligned with Christian's travel patterns. Another insider, this time from Denmark, hinted that the two have maintained regular communication, through secure royal channels, perhaps even through private aides. They share a connection that feels genuine, one insider stated, and they understand each other's world better than anyone else ever could. Imagine the setting. Centuries-old palaces, secret corridors, late-night conversations between two heirs trying to understand what kind of future they can really have. For Leonor and Christian, love isn't simple. It's tangled in diplomacy, expectation, and the constant gaze of history. Their parents, of course, are aware of the rumors. King Felipe and Queen Letizia of Spain have always protected Leonor fiercely, determined that her public image remain untarnished by speculation. Yet, the Danish palace has remained notably silent, neither confirming nor denying any connection between the two heirs. Silence, in royal tradition, often means more than denial. But here's where things get interesting. Last month, a European news outlet released a photo that sent the internet into a frenzy. It appeared to show Leonor, wearing casual attire, entering a private residence near Copenhagen. The palace dismissed it quickly, claiming it was part of an educational program. Yet fans couldn't help noticing that Christian was in Copenhagen that very same weekend. From that moment, theories exploded. Some believe the royal families are quietly arranging opportunities for the young heirs to deepen their friendship, perhaps testing the waters for a future alliance. Others insist that this is something purely personal, that despite all tradition, Leonor and Christian are writing their own story. But what would that mean for Europe's royal future? If Leonor and Christian's bond becomes official, it would mark one of the most powerful alliances between two modern monarchies. Spain and Denmark, united not by politics, but by affection. It would reshape royal diplomacy across Europe, symbolizing a new kind of monarchy, built not on arranged marriages or formality, but on choice and mutual respect. Still, the idea of their private meetings raises more questions than answers. Are these encounters sanctioned by their families? Or are they quietly defying expectations, carving out stolen moments of normalcy amid royal walls? Behind the palace facade, both heirs live under constant surveillance. Every text, every call, every interaction is filtered through staff, protocol, and discretion. For them to meet privately, it would require meticulous planning, trusted aides, secure transport, and absolute secrecy. And yet, those close to the situation say it's not impossible. In fact, it's happened before. Royal history is filled with hidden romances, love stories that began in secrecy, only to be revealed decades later. From Prince Philip and Princess Elizabeth's early correspondence to the quiet courtship of Crown Princess Mary and Prince Frederick, secrecy has always been a royal tradition in itself. But this generation is different. Leonor and Christian represent the modern face of monarchy, intelligent, connected, and independent. They've grown up watching their parents navigate the pressures of fame and duty. They know the risks, but they also know the value of authenticity. And that's what makes this story so compelling. If they are indeed meeting in secret, it's not out of rebellion, it's out of genuine emotion. Out of two young hearts trying to find connection in a world built on walls. Imagine the pressure they face. Every glance analyzed, every step recorded. Yet somewhere between official state visits and military parades, there might be quiet moments that belong only to them, the kind of moments that make royalty human. What would it look like if their connection were revealed publicly? Would the world celebrate it as a fairy tale? Or condemn it as scandal? For Leonor, the Spanish monarchy holds centuries of tradition, her every move symbolizing a nation's pride. For Christian, the Danish crown represents one of Europe's oldest royal lines. A romance between them would captivate the world, but it could also challenge everything the institutions stand for. Still, no amount of secrecy can hide the patterns the public is now seeing. Coordinated events, mutual absences, unexplained travel, and above all, a growing sense that something real is unfolding behind the formality. One palace aide, speaking anonymously, put it simply, "You can't fake what's natural." They light up when they're near each other. That's the image now, playing in the public imagination, two young royals walking through historic courtyards, sharing laughter where the cameras can't reach, talking not as heirs but as people. No titles, no protocols, just two hearts navigating the space between duty and desire. If these secret meetings truly exist, they may be fleeting. Or they may be the foundation of something extraordinary. But one thing is certain, their connection, whether hidden or hinted, has already changed how the world sees them. Because in the end, behind the grand titles and the royal duties, Leonor and Christian remind us of something deeply human, that even behind palace walls, love finds a way. And maybe, just maybe, that's the real secret they're keeping.